Welcome back to my channel. The view you're seeing right now is actually a part of my display for my companion doll, who I am currently awaiting on her arrival. Um, in this video, I just wanted to talk about why I chose to have a companion doll. For me, well, first of all, I've been into dolls and collecting dolls since I was a kid. I didn't really actually start collecting until I was an adult, though. So I want to say probably within the last 6 years or so. And none of these dolls were of the magnitude of a companion doll, not the price, not the size, nothing like that. And no, I don't have any fetish for inanimate objects or dolls or anything like that. None of that applies to me. This is simply a matter of, dolls have always been friends in my book. Not until I started collecting ball jointed dolls did I see dolls as a possible companion. Why? Because they're fully articulate. They can move their arms, their limbs in every way that I can. So it was pretty nice to have that experience with a ball jointed doll. But still, a ball jointed doll is very limited when it comes to companionship. I want to say maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I wanted a companion doll, but I had purchased a cheap TPE doll from eBay, and it looked nothing like the picture. I didn't get any factory photos or anything like that, so I ended up rehoming the doll. So needless to say, my first experience was not ideal, but that didn't stop me. It just didn't come to mind until way later, until this year, that, you know what, I am absolutely ready for this, and ready in a way where I should research more and better and find me a doll that is more expensive and worth having as a lifelong companion. So yes, this doll that I'm awaiting, I do intend to have as a lifelong companion. No, I don't want a huge collection of these dolls, nothing like that. I'm very monogamous, so I don't need a whole harem of doll ladies. My decision came when I realized that I spent my life not wanting to be alone or lonely. I always wanted someone who would be there for me and understand me, all these things that every human being wants on this planet. And over time, as I got older, I realized I'm never going to get that. It's never going to go the way that I envisioned it in my teens. It's a bit of a fairy tale. And it's a bit irresponsible to look at the world as there should be somebody for me. It's selfish. It's a very selfish thought. But that didn't occur to me until, like I said, later in life. I realized how selfish it is to hope and want the universe to have someone out there just for you. It's a bit of a fantasy. It's a bit of a fantasy looking at soulmates and, having that person for you out there. It's something that I sought to put to rest, a whole notion of true love. Maybe it's real for some people, but it's not real for everybody, and I learned to be okay with that. But I also realized while I'm okay being alone, I'm not okay with being lonely. And to remedy my loneliness, I see a lot of people fall into fake things to remedy their loneliness, but fake things from real people, such as chat rooms, paying to see people naked, all kinds of stuff people do to remedy their loneliness, but it's usually a real person faking to provide them with that companionship. And I got to thinking, what are the things in a relationship that I'm missing? I miss having someone actually, I can't even say I miss these things because it's been over 8 years. It's been so long that I don't even remember what any of it feels like. I just know it's things that I want. I forgot what it's like to hold someone's hand, to lay in bed with someone and cuddle, to wrap my arm around someone's shoulders, to have someone to watch a movie with, to, have someone to sit across the table from me, candlelit, and have dinner. Very simple things. And that's when it clicked in my head that while I have the money and while I can afford it, it is finally time for me to order the companion of my dreams and have someone who will be there for me. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. A companion dog can't talk to you. They can't reciprocate the affection that you give it. Well, I beg to differ. Pets don't talk either. They reciprocate in their own ways. Who's to say a dog doesn't reciprocate with stillness, with just accepting what you give? There's a certain type of bond between a doll owner and a doll when you can give out your love and affection and it just carries it and holds it like a vessel. It doesn't manipulate that love. It doesn't spoil that love. It doesn't do anything else to it besides accept it. And I realized that was something I needed in my life. Maybe I'm a bit of a control freak and I need to be in control of my environment. But for someone who's been alone for so long, that's pretty much my norm. Sometimes, after so long of being a certain way, it's very hard to change who you are to try to fit for other people. And I've always considered myself a genuine person. I don't want to change who I am to fit society or to fit other people. I'm perfectly content with being myself and being alone. And I have found a way to remedy my loneliness and find that happiness. So well, my video was interrupted and I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here with my reasoning for deciding to have a companion dog. And I'll see, well, I won't necessarily see you, or you won't see me, but you will hear me in the very next video. Remember to give me a little like, perhaps, maybe a little subscribe, perhaps. It's totally up to you, but whatever you do, just come again. Thanks. Bye-bye.